Arviolla hienoin magia, kunhan verkon venyttää. Silloin yleisökin poppaa penkistään ja pisteet kotia. Se oli maalin maali, se oli maalin maali, se oli maali.
First about this game, I think it was a very good performance from our team, totally disciplined on the game plan we set up, even though we didn't have so big time to prepare. But with these players you can trust they commit to the plan and they go till the end. And I think the plan worked out very well. We have to have a bit more of patience than what is used in this team, because these players like to press a bit higher and to go higher, and they needed to have a bit of patience. But then the pressing triggers we set up worked pretty well. The players started to trust more and more in the plan as the feeling was getting better and better, and the chances started to appear. If there is an area in the game that I feel we were pretty bad, was in the finishing, because we had too many good chances to score a single goal. But now it doesn't matter anymore. I think one goal is enough to go in the next round. Players did a great job. Again, different plan than what we are used. They committed totally. And when this happens, then the probability of succeeding is bigger, and I'm very happy because they are happy.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Then the media, you can ask questions.
Can you open a little bit your approach, your tactical approach with three central defenders and wing backs?
Yes, in the last game here in the summer time, we had a lot of problems to control the crosses from SJK. We conceded goals because of that, and we didn't want to do it again like this. So with the three centre backs, it's not only because you have one more man in the box, it's also because you get the full backs, in this case the wing backs, wider, and they are more able to press the opponents who are crossing. So there were not so many crosses, because we anticipated well those situations, and the players were aggressive on the ball holder. It's one of the difficult things in this league, is to challenge the players, or to put the players really blocking crosses. It's one of the difficult things. I think it's something cultural as well in the Finnish players, but they did it so well, Rico and Noxo in the first half, and then Flora in the second half. But this was part of the plan, and also to have Mika Koskela in the middle, because he's one of the best centre backs in the air in this league, so we took all the few crosses that came. But also to have wide centre backs who could help controlling more Kaukua and Jervis between lines. Not so much Jervis, but Kaukua makes these movements, and also Rojas make these movements, deep movements to get the ball behind the midfielders. And with three centre backs you can have it. With two it's difficult. If you do it, then you are exposed in the box. So basically, other part of the strategy was to make a bit asymmetrical the pressing, with the 9 more in one side in the first half, in the right side. In the second half we changed it in the middle for the left side, and then the 10 controlling more the 6 area. Broad sense it was this, and of course then other small details that we could maybe spend hours.
On Saturday you are playing against VPS, and you haven't won VPS yet this season, and one quite bad loss also. What are your feelings about this opponent?
The feeling is that we have a chance now, an opportunity to finish the season with only one team that we didn't beat. That if we are able to win VPS, then it's only cups. All the other teams we were able to win and to get points from them. Vepso is really a difficult opponent. For us, it's a very difficult opponent because of the characteristics of the play and our own characteristics. I know it's probably the more toughest opponent we could have now because of this match with our characteristics. it's going to be tough, but we try once again.
Yeah, in terms of the game, we've seen the type of game plan that the opposition came here to have, relying on the numbers at the back and making sure that they stay compact to try to wait for potential mistakes to either counter-attack or to get something out of the game. And they end up having that. And of course, after the goal conceded, it became a little bit more hectic. It was always a mountain to climb for. And it hurts that the season has to come short and has to go like this. We tried our best. We dominated before the goal. Dominated. Maybe could have more chances, but it was difficult with the amount of numbers and the depth, how condensed it was. But yeah, very disappointed for the game. But just as the season, to talk about the season, obviously it was always going to be hard to get to the European position through this way. So we want us as a club to establish ourselves into having European competitions every year and be there consistently. And to be able to do that, I think we got to position ourselves better in the league during the season. As we can see, the reality of our football is that these two teams that they are above the rest, that because of how well they've positioned and established themselves in the European positions, they can keep achieving that for many reasons. And then the rest of us, the margins are not big, and you got little room for mistakes. Probably along the way, as a club, as everyone, we made a few more than what we could have, and it's taken us where we are. I think we've had lots of positives in the season. We have changed the perception and shifted the club from what it was to what it is now, having a much younger, more finish-based players. But we've got to keep working on it. We've got to keep working, making sure that we strengthen the foundations of the club. And it takes time. We've taken the daily work into a very good level. I think we can still improve it to get to the lead and to get to the top. And we've put good work behind us. And now we've got to focus on strengthening from here, the foundations and everything else. Keep as many and as much of the core of the group as possible, and try to strengthen ourselves into improving the group as as everything, as a playing squad, as a staff, as everything. And we keep polishing those details to put ourselves in a better place next year and to go again. For us, no, it's gone. It hurts. It has to hurt. There will be time to reflect, but next season for us starts tonight.
Thank you. Then media.
Mosa and Jesse were playing tonight. How big loss that was for you? Because I think it was a huge loss, but what do you think?
Yeah, of course. But with these, for different reasons. We've had a couple of injuries and illnesses. Felpu had to play today, and it wasn't really very well because he's been with the flu. Matthias, same thing. That's why he wasn't in the team after the strong performances that he's had. Jesse was injured as well in a bad timing. They all were replaced by players that could do a job. Mosa, we knew that if we faced Oulu, we weren't going to have him. It's part of the. But yeah, there were big losses. I don't think that we lost because they weren't there. But of course, he plays a part, and it was a bit unfortunate to not have them.
Thank you.
You knew and you said a long time ago that this match is going to be important. What were the reasons why SJK couldn't play as its best today?
I think you got to take the game and watch the game and it's a full context, and I think we didn't play badly. We had to play into the context that was given us. The context is that we had a team that for the first time in the coaches' career and this season, they decided to go 5-3-2 or 5 down on 1, and they were going to make it difficult for us to break them through, and they were dropping off and relying on mistakes to counter. I think we did a good job on trying to dominate that ball and try to move them. We could have been a little bit better at instances and in the last day, but it's not easy. When someone accumulates that many players in the last defending third, it's always going to be tricky to get through them. We had not many chances because of it, and they were relying on that one or couple of mistakes or counter-attacks that could happen, and that's what happened. And once that happened, of course, the game plan for them went to the right direction, and it was a lot more difficult for us. And of course, the time is running out, and you have to make decisions and having to go a little bit more expansive and even more expansive, and we couldn't score.
It looked like that maybe each player wanted to be the hero, but it looked like they wanted to be the hero alone. Do you see that?
I don't think so.
So do you think?
Can you give me an example?
Well, do you think that the team played as a team today, as it could have been?
Yeah, probably we put together, I don't know how many passes together they were trying to play. So then we got to the last third, they were trying the best to try to put the ball that they were going to get through to try to get at the end of things. I've never seen I don't think I saw anyone trying to do their own thing and trying. In fact, they were trying to do it for each other. Some of them were making runs to try for others to get into the play. Some players had to come out of position to try to leave a space for someone else. I think it was quite collective. I don't agree with that. No.
Laine played today on the left and Hannola on the right side. That has been differently before. Why did you change that?
We've done it like that a few times. We remember back in July when we were giving the same solutions for the same system that we were playing against. If Jake Jervis or Kakwa are bouncing on the right hand side, it works better for us to be able to find someone with put on that side, and especially because we had Marty to put the crosses on the depth and with the width on the other side, it made more sense. And we changed it halfway through the game to see if we can add even more crosses from that side. But it's not different to any of the other times that we've played against a similar opponent or we play with the same team.
First substitute was 75th minute. Why was it so late?
Because we had a lot of players with a lot of energy. We've made the decision that we made last week to try to have as many of them to be able to put the performance that they had to put today, and for the needs of the game, there was no many options that we had left on the bench to add the things that we needed to add. We didn't think that the players were performing poorly. They were doing well. They were concentrating. It was a game of margins and details. And we thought that keeping most of the team for longer, it was gonna be more beneficial.
Do you think that you saw enough passion on the pitch today by your side?
Who?
By SJK. Do you think
me or the players?
The players. Do you think that they saw their passion today?
I don't know. You're trying to find something that. Do I see were they running? Were they pressing? Were they tracking back? Were they being brave on the ball, trying to play from the back? Were trying to win challenges? I think they did. So if that answers your question, of course, yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, thank you.